And welcome back, everyone, to part two of my free thinking show. This is the show where I talk about current events, things I've been watching, things like that, and it's my opinions and views. And once again, these are my opinions and views about it. If you want to put your opinions and views, there's plenty of space on this podcasting world. Now, let's get into it. So, I wanted to talk about some of the things I've been watching this week because I've been bouncing back between my Google Play and Netflix, and you know what? I should do what I watched last week too because it's been a while. Okay, yeah, well, that then Disney Plus and YouTube. So I finally got to watch the last two Star Wars movies, and I must say, now I feel like I need to watch all the new trilogy because I feel confused when did this romance between them two happen. Not gonna go into it in too many details, but yeah. Now I'm only missing Rogue One. This week I also watched Birds of Prey: The Emancipation of Harley Quinn. Everyone talked about this movie being so great, but I don't know if it's the comic book nerd in me or what. But I felt like it was kind of It wasn't great, but yeah. Maybe I'm probably gonna watch it again so I can see, like, maybe I got the wrong view the first time. And I also watched, in the comic book world, Justice League Dark, the new one that came out. And I don't want to ruin it for no one, but all I have to say is it is DC's animated version of Infinity War. They were killing motherfuckers left and right. Yeah. And towards the YouTube plane, I've been watching a few things here and there. First of all, I was trying to finish the notes on this new this new segment I want to do on the Neo Rose, talking about true crime cases. And because I didn't think about taking notes at first, I had to rewatch everything I watched about the subject. Because I don't want to watch it while I'm doing a podcast and, possibly get in trouble because they might get mad. But, I was watching stuff about the Wonderland murders. Holy crap. But I will go deeper into that on my Neo Rose, probably tomorrow. So stay tuned for that. But also, I've been watching this show that it's on, I think it's on Vice. Hold on. I'm going to actually check my phone because it's right here. But the show's called The Dark Side of the Ring. Yeah, Vice. It's on Vice. Sorry, I didn't mean to. Yeah. Yes, it's on Vice. It's called The Dark Side of the Ring. If you grew up watching the wrestling in the late 80s, early 90s, stuff like that, this will be your show. And things like you wondered about, stuff like that. Because I grew up watching wrestling. I don't watch it now as an adult. I actually stopped watching after Chris Benoit died. And it wasn't so much about the fact, like, he did kill his family. It was more like, it's too many deaths right after another, right after another, right after another. Because, like, I kind of was out of it after Eddie Guerrero died. But I still watched. And then after he died, I completely stopped watching. I haven't watched the whole series of it. I've watched a few episodes here and there. I did watch the Chris Benoit one. That's a 2-part episode. And holy crap, it's a lot that's uncovered. And I like the show because it goes deep. And it actually asks, they have old wrestlers on there. They have some of the old announcers, some of the old refs, stuff like that. They've even have Eric Bischoff on there too. So it's kind of interesting. And the episodes I've watched, which, like I said, the Chris Benoit one, I watched the Von Erichs one. And I've watched the one about Fabulous Moolah. I watched today one about Macho Man Randy Savage. I watched one about, oh my my god, I can't remember his name, but the episode's Cocaine and Cowboy Boots. But it was about this guy tried to run his own wrestling company, but he was trying to sell it to Vince and got mad because Vince didn't want to buy it because he was lying. And this guy was... It was an appropriate name, Cocaine and Cowboy Boots. That's all I gotta say. And then the one that kind of hit home for me was the Owen Hart one, because I remember watching when that happened. Because I remember sneaking to watch that pay-per-view, and it was so sad, and that kind of like hurt a little bit there watching that one. But I would say, if you are like an old wrestling fan, or you grew up with it and you like that nostalgia, watch it. You will love it. That show is a very in-depth show. So we're gonna hit towards Netflix, and I feel like someone's gonna be like, why are you saying this? But I'm saying this because I watched finally, and I know it's been out for a while, and I don't know why I couldn't get myself to watch it all the way through, but I finally watched After Porn Ends 1, 2, and 3. Netflix only has 1 and 3. I had to rent from Google 2, and I'm happy I did, because at first I'm like, Jesus Christ, they found the cliche porn star that had all these issues, and they hated it, and like most of them on part 1, it was nothing really happy about the porn career. Like, there was a couple who ran to Jesus after. There was one girl who, she was really smart. She didn't really have to be a porn star, but it helped her pay her way through. And now she can't really do anything with her education because people recognize her for porn. And it was crazy. One guy, he was sad because he stayed in the porn game too long, and he fell in love with one of the stars, and he really wanted to be with her, but she didn't want to be with him, or he didn't want to like change his ways. It was crazy. Give me one moment. Alright, and I'm back. And sorry about the breaks I take sometimes. It's mainly me trying to drink some water, get my throat a little bit moist, so, because normally when I podcast, I decide to wait and do all of them at once, which I'm not doing tonight. Tomorrow I'm going to do some other ones, but not tonight. But, yeah, part 1 was really sad. Part 2, I liked part 2 better. Out of the 3, I liked part 2. Because part 2 had more like porn stars that was happy about the career. They chose to be in porn. They even had a couple black actors, even though one got HIV. And that's mainly what they talked to him about. And a little bit about his fitness, but mainly about HIV. There was another like porn actor that was out in the 70s, and he was funny. Like, if you watch that, his interview was funny. But I actually liked 2 a little bit better because it was more optimistic about the porn career. About the porn thing. 3, it was hard for me to get through 3. I had to actually go back, watch some stuff, then watch it. Because initially I didn't really like 3. And then when I watched 2 and then 3 right after, it made a little bit more sense, but once again, like, this time it had a blend. It had some porn stars that hated a career and some that loved it. So that was good. And I didn't realize how many porn stars that I might possibly be watching, and they're not even in the game no more. But also, it was one message that was spread through all 3 documentaries, and it kind of sucks. Like, porn stars are people too. Can we treat them like people? Like, once they get out of the porn game, can they actually get a normal job or a normal career, even if like they switch to doing like regular acting or something like that, without someone bringing up the fact that they once was deep throating someone or fucking somebody. And then also, like, I think my interest in it has been there since I was in my early teens, because of shows like shows that HBO used to put on after dark, like Real Sex and Pornocopia and The Cat House, things like that would make it seem like, oh, this wouldn't be so bad being a porn star or being an escort. But this was before I had kids and common sense and things like that. But also, porn stars are people too. I feel like it's unfair how people treat porn stars because of the fact you're willing to jack off to them, you're willing for them to be your dark fantasy, you're willing for them to help you, like, do some tricks and stuff like that. But if this person decides to one day want to do something normal with their lives, oh no. Or they want to donate money to help a charity, oh no, we don't want that money, it's porn money. But you'll willingly take a gangster's money who possibly killed somebody. Or you're willing to take someone who's just snorting coke with that dollar bill that they're handing you right now. You gotta think about it. Not all money is good money, but also they're somewhat making a good living. They're doing way better than someone who's killing people or some other shit for money. I'm just saying. Porn stars are people too. I might put that on a shirt. But also, it kind of spiked my curiosity with the Wonderland Gang thing, because also it involves, which someone did bring up in that documentary, one of the reasons why porn has like this nasty stain on it, and it's John Holmes. He was a famous porn actor. I don't know if one of these documentary things I watched said he did deep throat. Someone said he didn't. He just started after deep throat in films. But I know he's famous for having a really big dick. And personally, or why I remembered him was when I used to go to this certain adult store in my city, because they would have the Letters to Penthouse books, because the times that I was a phone sex actress. Yeah. We would have to read those sometimes to give us ideals. I really didn't need to read them for the ideals, but I like some of the stories sometimes. So now I read them every so often. But before I realized I can buy them way cheaper on Google Play books, I was buying them from there. And one night, like, I grabbed my books that I wanted to get, and I was just walking around, and I noticed they had two particular porn stars molds in there. It was John Holmes and Mr. Marcus. I had kind of an issue with it, but I didn't want to be a Karen and have a whole fuss about it. That, and also I wasn't buying toys from that store. I literally bought books, so it was good. The reason why is because they both had diseases. Mr. Marcus, I think, had herpes. Yeah, and wasn't telling no one, and still was fucking people. Yeah, that's a despicable human being. And John Holmes had AIDS. Not even HIV. He had full-blown AIDS. And he decided to still do porn here at first in the U.S. And then once his status came out that he had AIDS, he decided to fly to Italy and do porn there. Yeah. He's a piece of shit human being. If you watch any, like, they have on there about the Wonderland murders and him. If you watch any of his documentaries on YouTube, oh my god, this man is a piece of shit human being. And unfortunately, he puts like a stain on porn. It makes porn actors and actresses sound terrible. Excuse me, I feel my throat getting all weird. Alright, and I'm back. Sorry. I don't like drinking water on here. I feel weird. Like, I'll do it if I have a straw, but right now I've been drinking out of bottles, so yeah. But yeah, I feel like porn stars are people too, and they should be treated like everybody else. Don't treat them weird because they were once your little deep dark fantasy that you like to jerk off to at night, but you see them in daylight. Oh, no. That's you that had that weird sick fantasy about them doing that. It's not their fault that they cashed out on you. But what else have I been watching lately? Oh yeah, I've been watching on stuff to improve my video quality too. So like new things like cameras, stuff like that. Because I want to up my YouTube game. And if you guys want to subscribe to me, that'll be awesome. Because I want to at least get to 100 followers by this year. And that'd mean a lot to me. Right now I'm at 66. But I love all 66 of you guys if you're listening. Hi. But with that being said, just wanted to go on here and talk about a few things I've watched this week. I feel like there's something else I watched, and I should talk about it. Oh, yes, on YouTube. It's this guy who I actually discovered because of... I don't even know why it got recommended to me. But I actually found this new reaction channel YouTuber. Hold on. I want to actually say his name because he's a pretty good guy and I actually like it. Sorry. I'm trying to multitask here. I didn't watch him that long ago, did I? Okay. His name is No Life Shack. His channel is pretty good. He does reactions to music, stuff like that. And I actually got recommended his videos because I like listening to rock. And one of my favorite bands is Queen. I like Aerosmith, stuff like that. If you guys want to know about those things, let me know. And I might do like a favorites video, like this does play on YouTube, but a favorites podcast. I'll tell you guys a little bit about me so you guys can get to know your host. But anyways, I got recommended him by his Dream On video from Aerosmith, and he reacted to it, and I just fell in love with his reactions because he's not like most reaction people where they're just like, oh, well, that's cool, oh, that's great. No, he pulls up the lyrics and like he's like analyzing the lyrics. He did a video about Nirvana's Smells Like Teen Spirit, and he's talking about Kurt Cobain like he's not dead, like he didn't know, which he probably didn't, but he's going through this journey to open his mind up to music, and I feel like that is a great idea. It's kind of stupid and narrow-minded to be on one genre of music only, because all music is good. I listen to a little bit of everything, even opera and soundtrack music. But anyways, I want to leave you guys with that. And with that being said, I hope you guys have a great night. If you listen to me through my erotic bedtime stories, sweet wet dreams. If you listen to me through the New York Rose, sweet nightmares. Bye, guys.